What's up, everybody? This is Luke. The title, Z6 and Z7. Okay, was I invited to go to New York City because I have a million bazillion followers on YouTube? No. Did I go to New York City and did I do a camera review? No, I didn't, because I wasn't invited. However, I did watch a lot of people go to this camera review, Nikon seminar thing, whatever you want to call it, and give their 2-bit cents or whatever as to what they think of this camera. The only review based upon the pre-production model that I really and truly liked and I could really have a lot in common with was the Tony and the Chelsea Northrup video. I'm going to link it down below because it's really good. They waited about, I don't know, maybe a day or two to release what they thought about this camera, and for the better part, I completely, well actually for the whole part, I completely agree with what they're saying. What they're saying is that for a pre-production mirrorless camera, the Z6 and the Z7, or the Z6 or the Z7, whatever you want to call it, the one thing in common with every Nikon camera that's available that this Z6 and this Z7 has, that's a negative thing by the way, is the autofocus ability, not only in the video but the photos. And that's really weird because it's 2018 and autofocus is a big deal. Some photographers say, oh man, I shot film back in the day and autofocus wasn't the thing, blah blah blah. I'm just like, you know what? That was your day, and I respect that. But listen, we have the technology, we've got the power. Oh, it's so ridiculous to have autofocus. And you would think that Nikon's R&D department would totally be on top of something like this. That is autofocus. For me, my Nikon story starts back in 2013, going into 2014. What I'm saying is I started shooting Nikon for weddings, and to be honest with you, it worked fantastically. I love Nikon, I still do for photos. But if you want to grab a Nikon camera and you want to do any type of video work, autofocus is completely out the door. You should just, on your lens or your camera or whatever, switch it to manual and learn to pull focus. It's as simple as that. And a lot of, like, you know, professional filmmakers that use RED cameras, that use the Arri Alexa, you know, top of the line, autofocus is not a thing. But for up-and-coming vloggers or up-and-coming cinematic people that do things, whatever, blah 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 blah, you want to have autofocus because it's a great tool to have. And for the life inside of me, I simply cannot understand why Nikon can't get their crap together and put out a decent camera, meaning because of their fantastic autofocus. They just can't do it. Canon's been doing it ever since, I do believe, like the T6i or the 80D all the way up to the 5D Mark IV. Even the 5D Mark III, which uses contrast autofocus, I do believe focuses pretty freaking good, even more so ahead of Nikon. So this message is for you, Nikon corporation users, from somebody who doesn't have a whole lot of YouTube followers and is not really important or has no substantial influence on the world. But I do have a camera that I'm making a video to tell the world that this is not going to work. You guys keep releasing the same things with the same problems. Autofocus for video. Please, like get a pool of money together and like buy some people who've worked on dual pixel autofocus with Canon or whatever it takes. Discover a new idea and push it through to make it work. But guys, this is a video that is not on YouTube a whole lot, and I'm addressing it. Nikon autofocus for video is horrid. It's terrible. Please figure this out. I'm talking with my hands. I can promise you this. If you get the autofocus features down pat on a DSLR video camera, whatever you want to call it, then you will open up a door to filmmakers that you could never imagine. Like, look at your D850 you just produced. You can't even get one hardly. Can you imagine what would happen for the video community if you actually released a video-inspired camera that had successful autofocus, even better autofocus than your predecessor, your competition, Canon? Can you imagine what would happen? I'm just saying. And also, a nice touchscreen. That's it. That's all I have to say. Have a great day. And, man, I really love to have a good Nikon camera to do videos with. Have fun.